Hi, my name is Graham Smith, and I'm one of the authors that helped develop the learning approach to mathematics that is found in our textbook as well as the video you are about to experience. To learn more about our approach to learning mathematics, visit the web address that accompanies this video. Now, enjoy the video. Exponents, groupings, and the order of operations. This video will help you evaluate expressions with exponents, simplify expressions with groupings, and evaluate expressions using the order of operations. Let's start with a couple definitions. The expression 4 to the third power is an exponential expression. The exponent 3 is written above and to the right of the base 4. Now let's take a look at some examples that will help us understand exponential expressions. In example 1, I'm asked to evaluate the exponential expression 5 to the third power. 5 to the third power indicates that the base 5 needs to be multiplied 3 times. So to multiply 3 5s, I'm going to start by multiplying the first two together. Well, 5 times 5 is 25. And then I need to take that answer of 25 and multiply it by the third 5. If I take 25 times 5, that will give me an answer of 125. So when I evaluate 5 to the third power, it gives me an answer of 125. Example 2. Write the following using exponential notation. Well, I have 4 3's that are getting multiplied together here. So that tells me that the base is going to be 3, since those are the things getting multiplied together. How many of those 3's are getting multiplied together? 4. So I write an exponent of 4. Example 3. Any number with an exponent of 0 is 1. So I have the number 5,679 to the 0 power. Even though this is a very large number, if I take that number to the 0 power, it's going to give me an answer of 1. Now it's time to check your understanding of exponential expressions. Hit pause on your video player and answer these 4 guided practice exercises. When you finish, hit play to see how you've done. Question 1. In the exponential expression 5 to the third power, 5 is the base and 3 is the exponent. Question 2. Evaluate 6 to the third power. Well, 6 to the third power indicates that the base 6 needs to be multiplied 3 times. So I'll start by multiplying the first two 6's together. 6 times 6 is 36, and when I take 36 times 6 again, that gives me 216. Question 3. Write 7 times 7 times 7 times 7 using exponential notation. Well, 7 is the thing that's getting multiplied together here. So 7 is going to be my base. How many 7's are getting multiplied together? 4 of them. So that's going to give me 7 to the 4th power. Question 4. Evaluate 652 to the 0 power. Remember that any number raised to the 0 power is just going to give me an answer of 1. Now let's take a look at some definitions. Groupings are used to collect operations that need to be performed first. We use parentheses, brackets, and fraction bars to group expressions. Now let's take a look at some examples that will help us simplify expressions that have groupings in them. Example 5. Simplify an expression with parentheses. So in my expression here, I have 5 times 3 inside a set of parentheses. That indicates that I need to do that operation first, that multiplication operation first. So when I take 5 times 3 in the parentheses, that's going to give me an answer of 15. Secondly, I'm going to do the addition since that was outside the parentheses. So 6 plus 15 will give me an answer of 21. Example 6. Simplify an expression with brackets. In my example here, 3 plus 7 is inside the brackets, so I need to do that operation first. And when I add 3 plus 7, that's going to give me an answer of 10. Now I'm going to take that answer of 10, and second, I'm going to multiply it by 5. When I multiply 10 times 5, that gives me an answer of 50. Example 7. Simplify an expression with a fraction bar. Well, a fraction bar groups both the numerator and the denominator. So I need to get an answer in the numerator and denominator as my first step. In the numerator, I have 6 plus 14. That gives me an answer of 20 in the numerator. In the denominator, I have 2 plus 3, which gives me an answer of 5. Once I've simplified the numerator and denominator, I'm ready to do the division in this problem. Remember that a fraction bar indicates division, so my next step then is to take 20 divided by 5, which will give me an answer of 4. In the last few examples we took a look at, we simplified or got an answer to what was inside of the parentheses or groupings. In mathematics, there is a certain order for every operation that we perform. And if you look down the left side of this table, you'll see that we perform parentheses first, followed by exponents, then multiplication and division. And notice that multiplication and division are a tie. So we perform whichever operation comes first, working left to right in the expression. And then last, we perform addition and subtraction. And again, they tie, so we perform those operations from left to right. One way to help you remember this order of operations is the little saying, "Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally." And that will help you remember parentheses, exponents, multiplication and division, and then addition and subtraction. Let's take a look at an example here to see how the order of operations works. In example 7, I'm asked to evaluate an expression that has several operations. I am going to start with the parentheses, and you notice I have 10 minus 7 inside the parentheses. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write down everything else that I'm not going to simplify in this first step, and then I'm going to leave a space inside the parentheses for 10 minus 7. Well, 10 minus 7 is going to give me an answer of 3. So that's going to go inside the parentheses. Now I take a look at this new expression, and I notice that I do have some exponents in this new expression, so that's what I'm going to perform first. I have 3 to the second power. That indicates I have an exponent. So I'm going to get an answer for 3 to the second power, but before I do that, I'm going to remember to write everything else down because it's really easy to forget some of this information as you're solving an order of operations exercise. Now I'll take 3 to the second power, which gives me an answer of 9. Now I take a look at this new expression that I have written. Notice I have multiplication, addition, and division. Well, multiplication and division come first. And remember, I perform whichever one comes first. In this case, the multiplication, 4 times 9, comes first. So I'm going to perform that operation. Next, I'll perform the division. 12 divided by 3 is going to give me an answer of 4. And last, I'll perform the addition. 36 plus 4 gives me an answer of 40. Notice when I solved this order of operations question, I did one step at a time, performing an operation in each of these steps until I worked down to a final answer. Now it's time to check your understanding of groupings and the order of operations. Pause the video now and answer these 3 guided practice questions. When you finish, hit play to see how you did. Question 8. 3 types of grouping symbols that will be used in this section are parentheses, brackets, and fraction bars. Question 9. Evaluate the expression that has several operations in it. Remember that a fraction bar indicates we have groupings, so I'm going to simplify the numerator and denominator of that fraction bar first. So I need to get an answer in the numerator. Well, 6 plus 14 is 20. 2 plus 3 is 5. Now what I have left in my expression, I have subtraction and I also have division. Remember, division comes first. So I'm going to do 20 divided by 5. That's going to give me an answer of 4. And finally, 10 minus 4 will give me a final answer of 6. Question 10. Evaluate an expression that, again, has lots of operations in there. I'm going to start with the parentheses. So inside the parentheses, I have 4 minus 1, which is going to give me an answer of 3. I'm writing everything else down. Now, I'll check to see if I have any exponents, and I do. 3 to the second power is going to give me an answer of 9. So now in my expression, I have multiplication, subtraction, and division. Well, multiplication and division are going to come next, but I want to do the one that appears first, and the 5 times 9 appears first, working left to right, so I'm going to get that answer first. That's going to give me an answer of 45. The next multiplication or division to appear is 6 divided by 2, so I'm going to get that answer. That's going to give me an answer of 45 minus 3 times 7. Let's come over here to finish up. So the next thing I'm going to perform is the multiplication, 3 times 7. So I'm going to have 45 minus 21. And then the last step is to do the subtraction. 45 minus 21 is going to give me a final answer of 24.
If you found this video helpful, I encourage you to check out our other videos that we have on YouTube, or visit the web address that accompanies this video to learn more about our approach to learning mathematics.